Oh, I know it's very dark. Hello, everybody. My name is Andie DePass, and I started this commitment yesterday on Palm Sunday because it means the world to me to connect with everybody. And um, I am one of these awkward introverts that loves to be in her own world, but once in a while deserves to come out and connect with people. And that's what I'm doing. I don't really know how to use this light or webcam, but with time I will get better at this as far as lighting is concerned. And uh, so, what I mainly want to talk about is really the consciousness of our soul and our astrologies, the current events, and pinpoint here and there beautiful little facts about the ability to manifest in this new age. Uh, as we have Neptune ingressing in Aries for the first time in 164 years, and that is having a huge internal effect on our nervous system, our conditions of being, and our ability to finally be in a moment of sorting out our inner consciousness, our inner streams of light. And Neptune's will help us do that in for the next few years. But this is a Palm Sunday week before Easter. And I would like to remind everybody that we have to keep uh, Ukraine in our hearts and freedom in our heart and talk about the quality of life that we all deserve. But also, right now, I am, like I said, I'm an awkward introvert, and I want to talk about the astrology today. As Venus began to go direct, something major happened for feminine energy. There was a crew of women's celebrities that went and flew around the earth and landed today. So that is one an event that would we would consider right timing for Venus going direct. As soon as she stopped being retrograde, uh, she went direct in Pisces, and this is an effect of this. We are changing our inner humanity. Just as 2 years ago, we watched the ingress of Pluto into Aquarius, and mineral rights became very prevalent in our news, which it still is. Actually, the markets are very affected by the mineral rights that have been coming to the surface of our lives. But those mineral rights are also resonating within us to let us know the energy of our own internal consciousness. I am an esoteric uh, astrologer and researcher and historian, studying all these points of attentions that brings us to make a a point of convenience for us to make sense of. For me, watching Pluto changing and having all these minerals, it also access all the minerals within our own physical body. So our bodies have been resonating to this new ecosystem of our salt energy, our mercury energy, the sulfur energy that we have, and mercury and salt. That is part of our physical body daily. Okay. And with this new celestial changes that we are encountering now, that we've come to the end of a cycle of the planets going around the cycle and being in Pisces at the end of this age, that we have to continue. We also have to complete the generation of Aquarius in which Pluto is in. And 20 years from now, there will be another shakeup in minerals that will have very much have to do with the sea. I would say 20 years from now, that will be because it will be Pluto in Pisces to complete the age of Pisces completely as far as like consciousness is concerned, or the dates that researchers, historian, thinkers, mid-staters, channelers, we come to connections with that on a regular basis. So my chance to speak to you people is that I want to explain to most women my age, I'm going to be 68 years old, that my life has changed enormously in my 60s. And I want to tell us that it's worth every second of it when we study, when we have been given the opportunity to slow down and to look around us and go within us. So there's a series that I study from on makara.us, that is makara.us. It is the most amazing series that you can ingest, that you can feed your mortality, your mortal body with, and become a better receptor of energy by fusing your attention to that documentation that has been so masterfully presented. And this series of initiation is something that everybody should undergo. So I spent some time today misstating with this. The week that we are in right now is a week that in most esotericists would say that it's a week of silence. We're listening and we are hearing the echoes of our own unique conditions. So for me, it's a time of meditation. It's a time of caring for the entire planet, praying, and creating an echo of betterment. I have come to the point, I've been so blessed in many ways. I was returned to Canada 5 years ago in July, and my country healed me in ways I can't really explain, but I must say that being having the opportunity to be an astrologer and a conscious disciple of energy. I am not of any religions. I am just for the betterment of evolution. So what I want you to understand that meditating every day for us, my age group, for the women that are having the opportunity to do like I do, and to be alone, silent, quiet, and calm with the results of who you've become, and meeting all our sorrows, distresses. This is very much part of the cycle of Neptune entering Aries. It's ending. There's a cascade of planets behind us that Venus, Saturn, we are all going to live through in the next few months. And this is the ending of an enormous cycle of this ray number six, the sixth ray of energy that we all are at my age. Uh, so I want us to understand that this infinite energy that we practice on a daily basis is also an opportunity for us to release in the active internet intelligence better thinking, better thought, better processes, and giving ourselves a permission to become serene, knowing what our duty is, and move on in action with purpose for that duty that we've become. So, while I was listening to that series uh, earlier, there's something that was mentioned. It was to brave evil for the sake of the good achieve is the mark of a white brother. What we're talking about, the brotherhood, we're talking about the Syrian energy that is believed. And for a lot of us, even imagine and consume the opportunity to learn to manifest with today's events. So uh, I started to do these streams yesterday. So, but I'm committed to do it so that I can find a way to support many with what I have access to as far as education and sharing my wisdom, my experience, and also maybe to give you a touch of living life without fear, living life with the willingness to connect. I am going to take just a moment. My kitty wants to get down. Yes. Yes. I manifested a kitty for myself a while back, and she is really awesome. Her name is Lady, and I'll probably show it to you next time. So what I'm talking about here is to brave evil for the sake of the good achieve is the mark of the white brotherhood. This is something that is required of all of us right now. Evil is really the hoary man. It's that insidious thought of being better than anybody else or less than anybody else. And therefore, by feeling less than anybody else, you become aggressive about it. All of these things are coming to consumption right now. So, what I want to say to you is to pay attention to this energy of colors and arrays. Many of us that meditate and channels, and we believe ourselves to be in touch with, um, events in the future that we can foresee and predict. So these prediction that are coming forward for many of us on our planet. 10 years ago, I predicted this, what we're living through today, but I continued to predict it through the years because it was so manifesting. It was manifesting. So we are in a time where globally, we all have to reject racism and accept culture, accept the diversity of each individual countries and the beauty of the intermingling of it. So this is the moment where we choose to be our unique self in our own individual ways and begin to participate with the knowledge that we've gathered through times. Like today, when I noticed that these women, astronauts, they became astronauts by going around the Earth today. These 10 women created a moment for Venus. And even though this is just in the subconscious of certain people like me, this is a huge event for evolution itself. When we watch the evolution of what we have known, that of certain items that we become more prevalent in our consciousness as we are closing out many cycles of life in this moment. Many of us are uh, transitioning on the other side. Within a few years, we're going to understand that there is no such thing as death itself. We're only changing bodies. We don't change our spiritual awareness. We are always and infinitely going to be part of whatever remembrance we have of this lifetime after we've moved on. There is a continued life. I live my life with the intention of my next incarnation, and I've even given myself some attributes, uh, you know, decided what I would work in, my destination, because I'm fascinated by studies and science. So all of that is part of what's available to all of us. Being able to change your next destination, being able to go through your last destination or this present lifetime and accept the nurturing that we've done for the last 20 years online. All of I've been online for at least 20 years now. Uh, but like I said, I'm an awkward introvert, so I have never really seeked a big attention because I value privacy. And what's interesting is right now privacy has been completely depleted for many. I What I'm talking about here is that we are at a point of aspect where we are coming to a new opportunity to choose to be private with yourself, to give yourself that time of being completely unplugged. We don't have to be plugged in everything all the time. So for me, meditation has been a lifesaver. And like in today's meditation, what came through was these flying women, this new astronaut of the feminine sex, and this happened at 24 degree of Pisces, Venus, which is quite an event. And then what came through this meditation, it was we were meant to become serene in duty. So choosing what you want to be dutiful about and act on it on a daily basis in your life. Don't let go. Just go on the journey. Don't know what's going to happen on the journey. It Whatever that is, just do it. And you'll find purpose along the way. It always shows up. And I'm talking from experience. I came to Canada under dire circumstances a while, almost 5 years ago. And the person that I have become is a person that I can really now accept and enjoy. It's nothing fabulous or out of this mind. It doesn't, but it is something that is very unique to me with my point of views, and it's quite extraordinary. So I accept myself just the way I am. You want to be able to give yourself uh, parameters so that you can actually, you want to understand those parameters, those equalizers in your life. So it's so significant. We are in the shadow of closing up this Libra Aries full moon equalization. And I, being a Libra of birth, but right now I am also in my Sagittarius year, progressive years, with an Aries moon progression. It's quite an interesting event. So I spend a lot of time during the day with these kind of thoughts. Also, uh, I meet with people and read their astrologies. Um, I hope to become a little bit better at presenting these things. That's why I'm doing them live, uh, so that I can just accept myself with my mistakes, being candid, and also being disorganized as and organizing myself along the way. It's a journey. We have to understand that everybody's astrology right now is giving us new points of insight. So our task in this moment ahead of us is to be able to see the future with determination to be kind. Uh, I have to say that today, during this meditation that I was doing, I also have been asking myself about the US and worried about the US, about what's happening. But the real center point about the US is really racism. Let it go. If we decide to just not be racist everywhere, it has a better opportunity to be ourselves. Uh, this is such a moment in evolution. And watching the US being in such a moment of choice, what I saw and what I was asking myself, because I was meeting with somebody last night that I ran into walking, and she is a coroner, and she's very interesting. But we were talking about the events and you know, the leader of the United States, and she was showing me a picture of his ear and how there was issues there with his health, and I was, excuse me, very interesting to me. But also, she was asking me, "How do you see this end?" And what I saw today, because I kept that question in my mind, how do I see this uh, come to fruition, come end itself? It's going to take another about 14, 16 months. And that's what I predicted before, I said a while back, before the election. And that if they came in, it would take that long to get where there would be a huge effect in the love of the citizenry of the United States, an increase of decency for the citizenry of the United States, a decree of decency and genuine awareness for each and everyone being in the country of the United States and caring about who they are. And I was seeing, how can all that happen? How could that decency come in? And what I saw was the election in the midterm, where the leader whoever the leader is at that moment. Would it be that the vice president takes out the president under the 25th Amendment, or he becomes the vice president? No matter who the vice president or the president is in the White House, it would become a lame president to the point where the progressive would actually have uh, the House and the Senate, where it would make the White House lame, completely lame and impotent. So that's what I saw in my vision today. And I want to share that with you guys from the country of Canada. It is for entertainment views only, but many of my cohorts online will talk about this specific connection that some of us have with that line of awareness and with darkness. For the longest time, uh, I had a special gift to just attract that darkness and understand it. But I must say that last July, uh, something happened really special for me, and my life has been nothing but grace ever since. So I wanted to share that too. And this is just me babbling and talking to you guys and hoping to get to know some of you better in time. Uh, Thank you for listening. If you want to ask me a question, which I would appreciate so I could answer them, leave a question and like and subscribe. That's what they say. And I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Bye bye. This is me doing my homework.